Hi everyone. Hello. Hi Julia. Hi Annalie. Hi Karen. Hi dear. How is Michael doing? How are you feeling being a Jewish parent far away from your child who is in Israel caught up in the middle of that mayhem? This is horrible. I'm so happy that my parents were asleep when the whole thing developed and they only woke up to all those news with the gazillions of messages from me saying I was okay. Um, yeah, it's just crazy, absolutely. Hold on a second, I need to adjust the brightness of the screen. Please let me know if I'm back and you can see everything. Ah, oh, hi Stefan, good to see you. Hi Nathalie, Ruth. Hi, how are you doing, Ruth? Hi Cindy. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Um, true, true as well. I'm trying to look at it and try to see something positive about it. Um, I mean, how can you actually think of anything positive out of the missiles of different kind and hundreds of drones reaching, well, just really going in your direction, and you're just basically counting time, counting minutes before it reach you. I don't know if you can actually, see anything, positive about it, but yeah, so finally the world sees the true face of the country. And I totally understand that not everyone in Iran supports the current regime. I know that. So I don't mean to say, I don't want to generalize, but this is how things are. And this is very, very difficult to, well, not to start, generalizing, but well, I'm not. I'm trying not to. Uh, so good to see you all indeed. Hi, Risa. Thank you so much for all the kind messages. Thank you, everyone, for reaching out to me. So the reason I'm doing this live, I wasn't supposed to be doing any live tours. I was supposed to be studying today for my exam, which I still don't know if it happens. Still have no idea. Um, so basically, it's getting pretty chilly here and windy in Jerusalem. I'm basically staying in the Tachana Rishona, in that first train station where I'm supposed to have my exam in the few days from now. But it's quite chilly here, so I suggest just walking and in the area. It's not a virtual tour. I'm not going to be guiding you. I'm going to be sharing, well, how things are, the account of events of last night, and I'll be here to answer your questions. Hi, Dolly. So Dolly, Ruth. We also have Karen, my viewer from long time ago, also from Israel. We have Ohad, we have Gilad, we have Itamar, we have Tomer Flush, the wonderful guide from Tel Aviv. I keep in touch with all these people, and so I'm not sure if I've forgotten everyone else. Well, my group mates, my teachers, yeah, of course. So I keep in touch with all these people, and it's just crazy. Absolutely. I would like to switch the camera and start walking, and I really can't really, I can't really see my face. I look horrible, but I'm kind of okay because like it's hard to expect anything else from yourself after you've slept about 4 hours. I actually had a good night's sleep, believe it or not. I will explain. Okay, so I know it's crazy, right? I was just talking about hundreds of missiles and drones, uh, and then I just said I had a good night's sleep. I know it sounds totally weird. I'm gonna cross the road now, And many of you may recognize the area because this is the German colony in Jerusalem. Nothing new here. I prefer to stay in this area. I feel very comfortable here and safe. So I'm not going anywhere. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Because so you would know, as of today, the Home Front Command just extended the same restrictions applied last night. I don't know what this means. Just everyone has to be cautious. Then it's not just like everything is over. So thank you, Rose. Thank you. Sleep is a way of our body taking care of us. Of course, I assume just my body and my mind kind of really shut down, and that was it. Anyway, so as we walk in the area, I'll be just well, I'll tell you how things were. So last night I did 3 virtual tours back to back, and by the way, the recordings will be uh, uploaded. I mean, they will be premiered already on my YouTube channel in well, like in an hour from now, one after another. And so, for those of you who missed those tours or want to see something again, well, you'll be able to do that. They're going to stay in open access for a while. In the meantime, I'm passing by the Orient Hotel and some of the first buildings of the German colony. But again, I'm not guiding. It's not about that. It's just about staying alive, the sort of staying alive. So, and I did those tours, and actually, as I was just about to wrap up the very last tour, which was about Henri Matisse, uh, well, while giving those tours, I would constantly be looking at my phone because, well, I saw all those notifications, well, from the Russian language travel, well, Telegram channels, and some of my friends texting me, my group mates. So I just really uh, followed the news basically, and well, I couldn't really believe what I read, but just the moment I I wrapped up the last tour, I grabbed my phone, and it was written there that Iran had just launched uh, thousands of drones, or hundreds of drones. I don't remember. I remember there were like many zeros, and it wouldn't be like all drones at one at the same time, obviously. So I just heard that, and then I saw, and then I saw also the updates coming about the well, surface-to-surface missiles, ballistic missiles, and all these things. So this is when I panicked. And Dolly, I really appreciate your phone call. And Dolly was really trying hard to uh, pacify me, but well, to be honest, Dolly, you failed, unfortunately. And I know you tried very hard, and I know you tried really hard to not to give in to all those fears. More than $500. Yeah, well, actually, I don't really care this much about the numbers because it was just huge, and it was like all the news channels. And this is the, of course, one of my favorite houses in the German colony, and there is lovely kitty. I'm just happy to see it again. Hi, dear. The live tour I did a couple of days ago. Actually, this kitty was somewhere here next to the lion. It's like 3 kitties, pig, and then myself here as well next to the kitties. So I'll just continue, uh, and I'll, I'll carry on, and I'll try also to keep up with the chat. Uh, no, Dolly, no, no, no. You're very strong, and you've been supporting me for all this time while I'm in Israel, and well, while I was in Georgia. You've been so supportive, and it was just that was something quite different. And so, and I knew that it was just several hours before all these horror would have reached Israel. And yeah, well, Ruth, by the way, so Ruth, who's also in Jerusalem, she has a broken ankle. If you, well, I'm sure many of you know because many of you actually, well, you're also friends with Ruth on Facebook. So, Ruth, I'm not really disclosing anything because you made this public. So that was, and so the moment like I learned those news, I kind of thought, oh my goodness, so Ruth has to really somehow crawl to a safe place, right? I didn't know how Ruth was supposed to do that, so that's also like racing my mind. And then I just knew I was alone, and I was so happy my son was not there, was not here with me. I mean, and my husband is with him. They are in Tbilisi, they're in Georgia. It's good, they're safe. Yeah, Ruth, you have to really, really heal quickly to be able to run. You really need to do that. It's a good motivation, right? For the bones to ignite, to get ignited. Anyway, and after I talked to Dolly and I kind of really started to pack, I grabbed my backpack, I put all the documents in it, all the chargers. I also have the extra charger, of course, with me. I don't have a flashlight. We're supposed to have a flashlight also. I didn't really have water with me. Well, I had just one bottle of water, but it wasn't really enough. So, well, according to the recommendations of the front home front command, like we're supposed to have the supplies of water and food for 3 days, some chargers for some electricity and stuff like that. Lovely neighborhood, lovely German colony, super upscale, super cozy, and utterly expensive. So, and I needed to go outside. I couldn't really stay alone there in the apartment that I'm just renting. It's the Airbnb place, not really far from German colony actually. There was all the point, to stay not far from where exam uh, is supposed to be. So then I had a text message from my professor, from my teacher. Um, we had an agreement to meet on the 14th, which is today, right? It's 14th today. I hope so. So we had an agreement to meet for a practice session, basically. Hurricane zone. Oh yeah, yeah, and of course I know you know what it means. You just should always really have it, but I didn't. So I actually went to buy some water, and I was texting to my professor asking like, so is it getting cancelled or like, so what's going to happen next? And then he asked me if I was alone and what my plan was. And I told him there was no plan. The plan was to run to the shelter and stay there for the entire night and try to stay alive. And well, a little bit later, he texted me offering to come and pick me up and take me to his place. His wife, Rahel, and him were really happy to host me for the night and share their mamad, their safe room, with me. Let me show you my face. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. And I really, I couldn't resist. I didn't want to stay alone. And while this was going on, while this arrangement were going on, time was taken out, and the drones and the missiles were on their way, approaching. They were like a couple of hours away from me, from Israel. And I also realized that I didn't really have much food, and these things were in my mind. So I don't have food, and uh, what if something happens and we need to have like a supply of food, and I don't have anything. The shops had closed. The shops already. Most shops actually didn't open from Shabbat because it was Shabbat last night. And I mean, the shops really near the area near where I'm staying, because obviously I wasn't planning to leave the area. I wasn't really planning to go anywhere from the neighborhood. And eventually, I went to a restaurant here in the German colony,
And no, I wasn't the only one. The restaurants were open. People were in the restaurants. Yes, people looked scared, but people were enjoying their meal. I was thinking, oh, wait, well, if it's the last meal in my life, I want it to be tasty. I ordered the halloumi cheese salad. That's one of my favorite foods. I couldn't really eat much, but while I was waiting for my salad, Catherine, our Catherine Stokes called me, and oh my goodness, I said a lot of uh, like really difficult things well, because that very moment, that very moment, I really thought that I really might not see my family again, and I thought to myself that I had let them down, and I thought that my son would never see me again. Honestly, this kind of thought never crossed my mind. I mean, even on the 7th of October, when when what's I just don't really want to be banned, blocked by YouTube. So I'm trying not to say too many like explicit words, as I don't know really how this works, but I know that there are some trigger words for sure. So it was a bit different. So back then, we were together, and the idea was to protect my son, to get him out of there, right? But it's different. So it was different. Yeah. And well, Stefan also texted, and well, many people texted me. I didn't have time to answer everyone, and I would also like post some updates on my socials. So eventually, when I couldn't really finish my halloumi cheese salad, super expensive and delicious, I just put it in a doggy bag and went back home, well, to this Airbnb place, and just waited for my teacher. And he came and did. Luckily, he lives also in Jerusalem, uh, and it was like really 15 minutes drive from here. That's the way he lives. And well, we went to his place, and I was like looking as we were driving. I was just really looking into the like through the window, and well, just trying to see. Just I don't know what it would have changed, whether there would be any rockets or drones approaching. This is absolutely crazy. Like this is how your mind actually starts working. Like you're trying to be ready for the catastrophe, but how can you be ready for it? So, and about 20 minutes after we arrived to his place, the well, we had a siren, and so this is like, well, we know that Jordan, for example, intercepted a lot of drones, and we heard booms, but there was only one siren, and we heard the interceptions, and we stayed in Mamad in the safe room for longer than 10 minutes because this was the recommendation also because, well, normally it would be just the rockets, but with the drones and with the ballistic missiles, it's a bit different. So you don't know. So we stayed there longer, like 30 minutes, and then it was it. And we went to sleep. I I felt much calmer next to these people. They're both Israelis, and they've been through many things. I would say through many things. So and they seem much calmer. So we went to sleep, and of course I slept totally dressed, even with my jacket on because it's pretty chilly and I didn't want to turn the heating on. So I slept dressed. Um, I had some water with me. I had my phone, everything. I made sure I texted my parents so that because they were supposed to wake up just in an hour or two from then, and I wanted them to make sure that that they know that I'm alive and I'm just that I would be sleeping, so they won't really freak out why I wouldn't be responding to them. Eventually, so I woke up at around 7 in the morning and went to bed. Well, actually managed to fall asleep at around 3:30. So I had like solid, I think I had solid like 4 hours of sleep or so. And then I woke up and then I saw those messages from my mom. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy they were asleep when this was actually happening. I'm so happy they were asleep. You have no idea. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so we woke up. It was it was a sunny morning and a sunny day in general, pretty warm. And well, we were supposed to have with our training session today later in the afternoon with my professor. His name is Eyal. He's a fantastic guide and just a great mensch. Um, well, he's a historian, PhD. So, um, and he told me, well, let's go and study. What else can you do? You can't really worry yourself out, so let's go ahead and study. So we came here to German Colony, and well, my favorite coffee shop was open. Actually, all the places are open. You see, that's the restaurant where I where I bought my halloumi cheese salad, and it's still in my fridge, by the way. So we had coffee in my favorite coffee place, and then we headed to Orient Hotel and to the first train station, and we started. And it helped me. It really took my mind off it. Honestly, I forgot about everything, and we were starting. Well, look, you can't really forget about anything when all of this is around, right? So it's everywhere. Or this. So even if like you see people in restaurants drinking wine, talking, enjoying themselves, it doesn't mean that have forgotten the hostages. It doesn't mean that they don't care that the hundreds of missiles are flying their way. Of course not. But it's just fantastic because you can actually see it online. That so once the country announced launching, many Israelis just flooded to the streets and just were well, they were like dancing and showing that they don't care, that they're not afraid. I would have been able to do that, honestly. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I was shaking. I was panicking. I would be texting my husband, Misha, that I love them, and all those things. Like I told him what to do in the next month in case something happens to me, because you never know. I had it. I was scared. They would bomb airports, or they would try to destroy some, important connection networks, and then we would not have internet connection for some time. So things like that. You have all these things cross your mind. So luckily that didn't happen. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to also keep up with the chat. There are so many messages. Yeah, ankle and the leg. Yes, exactly, Ruth. It's not just an ankle, and I know you cannot you cannot actually move properly. And I know that if you need to leave the house or just go downstairs, you need to actually call an ambulance. So that was always like racing my mind. What is Ruth supposed to do? It's horrible. I know. Hi, Marilyn. Hello, hello. Yeah, welcome to this. Not really a virtual tour, just an update. I'm just walking in the German colony in this well, the area around and just talking. I want to take you somewhere. I'm not sure if the area is open, but it's a lovely spot. So we'll see if I get there. And so let me also look through the chat if there are questions or something. Tearing posters down. Well, yeah, I saw those posters, tearing posters down in many places. I saw it even in Amsterdam. And yeah, of course, that's true. You left the feta. No, I didn't. Like, I didn't leave the cheese. Which feta? Which feta did I leave? No, I took the salad with me, but I just didn't eat it. No, no, no. I'm not with my family. My family is in Georgia. My family's in Georgia, and I'm in Israel. I haven't returned to Israel. I am here for my exams. And also, many would text me like saying, "Why have you come? What were you thinking, guys? You can't really put your life on hold when when things happen like that, because officially there was nothing would be cancelled, and it's a lottery, and well." I've been working so hard, to get my license, to take my exams, to pass my exam. Well, that was a choice. I nearly canceled the flight actually about 4 in the morning before my flight on the 11th. I actually called Catherine and woke her up, and that ruined her day. It was just the beginning of a very difficult day for Catherine. Again, Catherine, I'm very, 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 very sorry um, for that. And I was just, I told her that. So this is where I've been meaning to take you. Just a nice small garden here, and well, I was just that close to canceling the flight, and I wasn't even sure whether I could reschedule it, whether it would be refunded. I had no idea, and I really so the only way that the client support wasn't really responding. It was the middle of the night, so I went to the airport with my bag, one bag to check, and then like I thought, well, there were so many people. Uh, eh, Nobody was canceling, nobody was panicking, and well, eventually I decided to go. Yeah, this is very difficult to explain. Yes, Karen. Well, Karen is trying to explain how it is. It's very difficult to explain unless you come here, unless you live here. It's very difficult. Well, I'm sure the world must be thinking that so the life in Israel is paralyzed now, but it's not. It's not. So yes, kids are not. Kids don't didn't go to school today, and they're not going to be going to school tomorrow as well. Uh, and I'm just following the chat, also trying to keep up with the comments and also respond to something here. So you just you need to see this because yeah, like it's only natural. Had I not been here, had I not known what it's like, I would be thinking, well, yeah, life in Israel is paralyzed. Nothing is working. People are scared at home in the mamads, in the safe rooms, in the shelters. No, no, and I find it absolutely fascinating because I just cannot imagine what it would have been like. So I spent the entire day studying. Then we went to a cafe. Well, and we had really nice, delicious meal. And we did some more studying. And then I came home and I tried to relax a little bit and uploaded all the recordings of the tours and just did a bit of reading. And I'm going to be doing a lot more reading tonight when I finish this update. And there's a that's a this is a synagogue building actually now, just a little community area. There's a little synagogue here. There are several synagogues in the area, of course, even though it's called German colony, but there are no Germans here. I mean, there are no well, the Christian community here, and yeah. So basically, this is it. And obviously, well, there were supposed to be exams taking place today, tomorrow, but they got canceled. So the tours canceled, obviously. My exam is in a few days from now, so we actually don't know what happens next. So tomorrow they will decide, and basically, I'm really hoping that my exam would not be canceled, would not be postponed, because the tickets that I purchased were very expensive because of it's like really close to the Passover, and that's the holiday season in Israel, and the tickets are normally crazy expensive. So I honestly don't know. I don't know what happens next. But at least you know what I'm trying to what I'm trying to tell to myself, that um, I haven't come in vain, because so in case it gets rescheduled, I will have been prepared. I have already prepared enough, and well, I'll just have a little more time to do a little bit more reading, and who knows if I if I'll have enough money to come back again. Yeah, this is crazy, but the tickets should be less expensive after Passover. Um, yeah, so this is it. You see, everything is working. Cafes are open. Again, the only difference is that the kids didn't go to school today and won't be going tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much uh, for some tips coming in for PayPal's for coffees. Thank you so much for all the kind messages. I have so many still unread uh, emails and messages on my Facebook, on my Instagram, everywhere. Um, well, it was a busy day and a difficult one. People do not learn from history. Well, I do not have with this like live stream. I have no really intention to discuss the conflict, the reason of the conflict, like what Israel is doing right, what Israel is doing wrong. What I want to say is that I am grateful to this to the U.S. to Britain. Uh, for their support. I know there are several other countries also participated in the interceptions. So I am really, really, really grateful to everyone who helped Israel intercept all this. You know what? And as you see, 99% of all that had been sent to Israel never actually reached Israel. So Jordan intercepted so many of the rockets, and it got hit. That's true. And so there was. With that 1% that reached Israel in the Negev desert, there was a Bedouin girl injured. Originally, the reports were saying it was a 10-year-old Bedouin boy who got killed, but luckily, no. So the child is in hospital but alive. And bad. I feel so sorry, so bad for Bedouins. I feel so bad for also Muslim community uh, living in Israel because outside of Israel, so this country, Iran considers them traitors because they stayed in the state of Israel, all these things, and no, it's it's challenging. It's really challenging, and I never thought I would really be caught up in like amidst this conflict. I never thought this would happen to me, but it has. So don't take the peace and quiet of your area for granted. Honestly, don't. Yes, I will be going back home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, going back home. Well, anyway, Georgia is a home. Yeah, but the notion of home has really changed to me, I would say. So thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy, for all the prayers. Since I haven't been to the old city yet, and I'm not sure whether I will be going there, I try not to take any risks. So yesterday, the sky over Israel, Iran, Jordan was closed for flights. All the flights were canceled. In the morning, Israel opened the sky. I know that there were still a lot of flights canceled, rescheduled by El Al. But I haven't really checked whether all the flights have been resumed or not. I have no idea. Emily, well, I have seen at least four escalations. The first two ones were very mild in Ashkelon, and it was nothing, For my son, it was basically a race to Mama, to a safe room, and he would be always the first one, and he would be always the one to win and get a prize, you know. Then the third one was the 7th of October, and that was very different. That's when I, for the first time, actually saw fear in my son's eyes. And well, when the parent sees the fear in their child's eyes and can nothing really do and can do nothing about it because you're there. So it changes everything. And well, then this as well. So yeah. Let me see it here. Well, I'm not sure how much I said something that I should have said. I don't know. Oh, okay. So nephew's flying out of. Oh, great. So Risa, yeah, as I said, it's all being really taken care of, and it's all under control. Had we been, well, if we're still in danger, well, we'll know about it for sure. Well, Nathalie, that's the reality. We couldn't stay in Amsterdam for longer, and to be honest, we cannot afford living in Amsterdam. So anyway, uh, not at the moment. And I'm so grateful for all those 3 months of peace and quiet that we had, thanks to Catherine, Stefan, and all of you. It really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, well, what I'm trying to do, basically, I'll continue my studies because I don't have any intention to fly out earlier. Like it would it would mean that I kind of failed anyway. So if it gets canceled and if it gets postponed, for a long time, yeah, of course I will leave. I will go back to Georgia. I don't know whether I'll have enough funds to go back for my exam when it happens next time. I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, we'll see. Well, I'm taking it from here, one step at a time. That's it. Oh, so many of you are flying. Oh, so somebody's flying to your sister-in-law is flying to Israel tomorrow. Confirmed. Great. You see, I'm Israel High. So really, you could be sending missiles, drones, cruise missiles, whatever, ballistics, and yet, so it's just fantastic. Thanks to all the support, thanks to just also all this experience and knowledge of the defense. Well, the how Tzahal is working, how it's performed. It's just the Tzahal is the army, Israeli army, basically the Israel forces. I admire that. Really, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Okay, so I'll switch, go over the chat to see if there's anything I missed, any questions and messages. Again, so this was not a virtual tour, right? It was just an update, just me trying to save time, updating everyone and just also not keeping you waiting. So this is all the information that I had. Cheryl, as of now, I don't need I don't need money for my tickets. I don't need any of that. I mean, tipping is nice. Thank you so much because, well, it really means a lot. But as of now, I'm still hoping I'll be taking my exams because, as I said, it's still a few days, few days to go. Yeah, thank you for the idea, SL. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I hope I won't need that, so I won't be relying on that as well. And well, I hope it will be fine. I really do. Yeah, Ashraf, I watched about half of the tour that Stefan did. I just missed the very beginning, when he just mentioned me, and I know that Stefan and Catherine had really a little sleep last night. So I hope tonight you'll have a better sleep. Yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. Okay, so it's time to go and hit the books again, and well, finally finish my salad while it's still okay. I hope it's still okay. It's good to eat. We'll see. This salad's been through a lot. Yeah, and it was so expensive that I really need to eat it. So then I'll be hitting the books, and let's see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully, I'll be able to see my group mates. We are supposed to have a short group tour, in Jerusalem, just for everyone to listen to each other, well, to test each other, and we're also gonna have one of our guides with us, one of our teachers. We'll see. I don't know how to respond to that, SL. Well, thank you. I don't know if it's commitment. I don't know what exactly really like made me come here.
but I do not regret. Did I regret yesterday that I have come? I regret. Well, it wasn't really regret. It was like, again, as I said, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking that I had let my son down. That was the only thing that was there on my head, in my head. There was just this. UK, US, France, and Jordan. Of course, Jordan, of course, yeah. So Jordan intercepted, France helped, the British forces helped, because of course the US. Yeah, of course. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this update. I won't be watching this update myself, but I will share this on my YouTube channel for everyone to just, well, to get updated if they need to. Thank you so much, John. Thank you, everyone, for your hearts, for the tips. Thank you so much. And thank you for your wish to help me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for thinking of me, my family, thinking of all the, well, the fellow viewers from Israel. And well, thank you. It really, really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the prayers as well. Thank you. So I hope to see you soon. I will keep you posted. I will keep you updated about everything. And yeah, thank you so much. And I need to take a shower. And I need a good face mask and a lot of eye patches. And I don't know. I really need to do something. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Israel. Thank you, everyone who prayed for Israel. And thank you, everyone who supports Israel. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, I need a spa. Yeah, I definitely need a spa. A day in spa, maybe like a week in a spa. But only after I am done with my exams. Because at this point yet, no. Bye bye.